We talk a lot about homelessness, but we don't talk a lot about homeless youth.
There's a growing effort to make sure these kids aren't forgotten and that they get the help they need. News Center Maine's Zach Blanchard joins us now with more. Zach.
Brian and Amanda, as many as 50% of unhoused youth were at some point in the foster care system. But there's a renewed push to make sure they stay off the streets, out of the cycle of homelessness. Every cut, every stroke of glue is a chance for Tiffany Amelia to breathe.
I feel like ever since I was little, art was like my escape.
One she says she's needed for as long as she can remember.
Started out coloring in coloring books, and that was like one of my greatest childhood memories.
Because not all those memories are happy ones. At age 15, Tiffany entered the foster care system. After 3 years of jumping from house to house, family to family, she turned 18 with nowhere to go.
I aged out without a family. I was never adopted, or no one got permanency over me. So, I was kind of on my own.
That's why many like Tiffany end up here at the Preble Street Teen Shelter in Portland. 28 beds for kids 16 to 21 every night, 365 days a year.
Always busy. Yeah.
Director Kirsten Mulcahy's mission is to keep them safe.
It's getting to build relationships with young people and really kind of find out who they are and what they're looking for, and then connecting them to the resources that best meet their needs.
In a city that's facing a homelessness crisis, youth are among the most vulnerable. As many as 20% of kids in foster care become homeless the second they turn 18.
We tend to see, and what we've historically seen, is that youth age out of foster care at the age of 18 without an option.
But a federal initiative called Foster Youth to Independence gives them one.
We had over a 98% success rate of those youth remaining housed after 1 year.
The Portland Housing Authority uses the program to provide vouchers to those who age out up to 24 years old. It allows them to pay for rent, a place that's theirs.
No, I'm the mom of 2 kids adopted out of foster care. And, from my perspective, it's the least we can do.
We're failing them if the day that they age out of foster care, they have no place to go.
Just in the last month, Maine Senator Susan Collins sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, to call for more support for the program. It prompted the department to release $30 million in additional funding. But Collins says there's still delays in getting it to kids in need.
This is something that we're pushing HUD to make sure that those vouchers are issued promptly.
Felt like I was going nowhere.
As for Tiffany, she's now advocating for others. She says she wouldn't be here if it weren't for federal and state support programs.
At age 25, I have had to work through many challenges that no one my age should have to work through.
And finally, she has a place of her own, a safe space to call home.
I really don't know where I would be.
Art and all.
It honestly saved my life.
Now, Tiffany herself got through a shelter and transitional housing before getting to where she is now. She also even got a college degree and serves on the state's Youth Leadership Advisory Team, advocating for other kids in foster care. Brian and Amanda.
Great for her, but where does the state come in all of this?
Yeah, well, the Department of Health and Human Services has what are called transition counselors to help with this process. And there are a number of great programs, but still not everyone has access to those resources.
Yeah, really interesting story. Zach, thank you so much.